How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
What a great cause. Great cause.
Yes.
Milk and bookies.
Milk and bookies, man. What's better than milk and bookies? Kids.
Right.
With books.
I thought this was a gambling event. Milk and bookies.
I know, right?
Hey, was there a children's book for you growing up that you think that you can point to that was kind of pivotal?
I swear to God, I remember very little about. I have weird memories of childhood, like, getting my head split open by a golf club, or jumping off the roof of the house, just boy stuff.
Right.
But I have two daughters. I have a daughter Violet, who's 4, and a daughter Harper, who's almost 1. And we read all the time, and we have tons of kids' books around the house. And so, as we'd get these kids' books, my mom would always say, "Oh, that was one of your favorites when you were young."
Right.
And as I read them to my daughters, I'd start to remember, like, oh my God, I actually remember this, and growing up in Springfield, Virginia. But I always liked the books like Busy Town. The books where there was so much going on. Like, if you've ever looked at a book like Busy Town, it's basically like this cartoon of a city and everything that happens in the city, from like the guy that fixes the plumbing to the fireman to the president, whatever.
Right.
And so I always liked the books that were super crazy busy. Like, I didn't really like, and Seuss and stuff like that was cool, but to me, I just wanted to see as much as I could possibly see, get like the most information I could get. So, yeah.
So I can't let you go without asking, because there's a lot of Nirvana news and this heavier than heaven. I think any thoughts about that? Does that have your blessing?
No one's called me about it.
Really?
I just hope that they get someone. Oh, who was it? They're trying to figure out who's going to play me in the movie.
Oh, okay, play you, right.
And Kurt will probably be pretty easy, but I think someone suggested that they get Shelley Duvall.
No.
Which would be then it would get my blessing. Then I'd be like, yeah, okay, do that.
Last question for you, because our fans have written in. Was there a concert for you growing up that you can point to that was kind of, wow, that just changed the way I looked at things?
Well, when I was young, I went to punk rock shows when I was a kid. So before I even saw like a real arena rock show, I saw all these punk bands in clubs in DC and in Chicago. And there was this band from the 70s and 80s called the Bad Brains.
Sure, yeah.
And they were this punk rock band. They were from DC, and then they moved to New York. They were the most incredible live band I've ever seen in my life. And in the punk rock scene, if there were 500 people at a show, that was a big show.
Right.
So the places I got to see them play were really these intimate little clubs, and without a doubt, and that like set the bar for me. So, and I have yet to see a band as good as the Bad Brains, and that was 25 years ago. So, hi Rockerrazzi, how are you?